It would blow your mind if I told you where I was today used to be one of the hottest spots in downtown Detroit. Now, I told you guys rain or shine, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today here in Detroit, a little bit of a downer. It's rainy, doesn't look the best, but we're out here shooting for you guys because I want to show you where we're at. And in the 80s and 90s, this place used to be electric. It was vibrant. This is where you can come on a Friday or Saturday night for date night. The streets were just lined with people. Eateries were full, bars were full, especially during some sporting events. You come here first, head over, grab a bite to eat, and then head over and watch whatever favorite sports teams you have here in Detroit, because we had a lot of them. But this is Greektown. And Greektown, dating back to the early 1900s, we had a lot of German settlers, in the Detroit area. And then a lot of Greek settlers started coming over and they congregated here, started developing a lot of eateries and restaurants and places to just hang out and socialize. And hence how we got the name Greektown. But Greektown has seen better days. Like, I don't know if you can tell, a couple buildings behind me, they are boarded up. Establishments have really come and gone, from there. And I feel like just being down here, you kind of got to keep your head on a swivel. There's just a little bit more activity than some of the other areas within Detroit. And I'm constantly kind of like checking my six. So, but that used to be Pizzapopolis, across the street. You can see the boarded up building. And I remember coming down here as a kid, we would eat that pizza and I thought it was like the best pizza ever. Come to find out, I wouldn't even eat that pizza today. More of a New York, Detroit style. The Pizzapopolis was like really thick Chicago style pizza, which I'm just not into. The good news is this area here in Greektown is ripe for development and they've already started. So the Greektown Neighborhood Society has really spearheaded this initiative to get development dollars start flowing into Greektown. And that's what we're gonna start seeing a lot more of. So this street here on Monroe, you can see it today, but it might not look like this in maybe 3 to 5 years from now, maybe even sooner, if they can start development plans. So their goal and initiative is to get this street completely closed off, make this more of a walking area where people can come down. A lot of the restaurants can bring outside seating into this area here. And then they would have like canopies, maybe even like a market in the middle, bring just different events and things down here. So concerts, live music, things like that. So where this is now the focal point, and it always has been the focal point of Greektown. And this stretches down to Brush Street, which is the corner of Old Shillelagh and Fishbones on the other side of Detroit. And those are two great restaurants. If you haven't been downtown Detroit, on St. Patty's Day, Old Shillelagh is like the place to be. You can't even walk in there. I remember going, I was 21, 22 years old, just shoulder to shoulder in there. So if that's your vibe and you like that type of thing, it's a really cool Irish bar. Old Shillelagh is down the road. But as you can see, from, I don't know if you can really see that, but there's lights hanging over, and this at night is absolutely beautiful. So, we're gonna head over in this video. I'm gonna also show you what's happening over on the Riverwalk. And the Riverwalk is kind of connected to this, so we're not going to talk about too much real estate except for when we get to something that you guys had called out. And one of you guys said, if you're doing Greektown, you should go check out Lafayette Park. And that's just right across 375. So we're here. I'm going to add it into today's video and we are going to go take a look at it. But as we're passing through, this is one of the most historic churches here in downtown Detroit, which is St. Mary's. St. Mary's is, I don't even know how old. Let's go check how old St. Mary's is, because they have this awesome little placard on the side of the building for anything historic. And St. Mary's was June 29th, 1843. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. So one of the major attractions about Greektown, outside of the nightlife, restaurants, eateries, like bars, they have 2 casinos. So you got the Hollywood Casino and then Greektown Casino, which is over there. The other thing that runs through Greektown is, I don't know if you can see it, let me tilt the camera up here. So this up here is the People Mover. So you can actually take the people mover over. A lot of people would go into Greektown Casino, park there, and then take the people mover over to Joe Louis Arena when it was around. But people mover just kind of comes along and only goes to certain parts of the downtown area. So it is good for transportation, but I think they got the scooters, and walkability down here is a lot better than people mover, but it is there if you do want it. This restaurant's been here for a very long time. This is Nikki's, a Greek restaurant. And then coming up, so we just left, right behind us was the casino, and we're just heading up this way. We're gonna make our way over to the Riverwalk. And along the way, you got some other staples of Greektown. You got the Detroiter bar up here on the corner. I remember my cousin who, she actually works for Visit Detroit. My cousin, I laugh about it because I remember the story as I'm walking by it. But they were at the NFL draft, and you had passes to get in, and it was so busy down here, like literally so busy. There was so many people. It was like just sold out. It was crazy town, downtown Detroit. So my cousin who lives in Chicago wanted to go to the Detroiter bar to grab a burger or some food, and just like, oh yeah, let's go over there. So they had to leave the NFL draft, go over to the Detroiter bar, and they ate food. And then when they went back, the people told them, you can't come back in. We're at max capacity. So I don't know, was it worth it? Like going to the Detroiter bar to miss the NFL draft in person? I don't know, buddy. I just remember my cousin being so mad. She was just absolutely furious. So I hope it was worth it. If you've been to the Detroiter bar, let me know your review in the comments. All right, so we're a couple blocks from the Riverwalk, and we're passing some pretty iconic places here in downtown in Greektown. And right behind me is St. Andrew's Music Hall. Now, people like Jack White, Iggy Pop, Nirvana, Nine Inch Nails, they have played here. So this is one music hall. If you're into some of the more like smaller music venues, St. Andrews is a really cool one. So coming up on Brush, which is kind of the borderline of Greektown, is Sweetwater Tavern, which has been here for a while. And then one of the oldest bars in downtown Detroit, which is Jacoby's, is right here. This place has been here since 1904. When you go inside, you can expect to be in a place where you would feel like this is a bar from 1904. It's not a bar. I'm gonna take my kids to go eat. So let's head over. We are a couple blocks away from the Riverwalk, and let's go check it out. All right, so we're here on Jefferson, and we're just gonna head across the street to get over to the Riverwalk. But wanted to show you this little area here. You got more hotels on this side. This is connected to the GM building. So you have this walkway that goes over, and you can get over to, I call it the GM building. It's the Renaissance Center across the street. But this is where, if you were doing any business in the Renaissance Center, you'd probably stay here, and then you'd have easy access to walk across the street and go over and do your business. But we're heading up to Randolph Street, just on the other side here. You would never know it, but this is how you'd get to Canada, okay? You come right down Randolph Street, and you see where that car just turned right around that church. That is actually the tunnel to get to Canada. So if you want to head over to Windsor for the weekend, for the day, that's how you do it. You can also get over by the bridge, and they have the new Gordie Howe Bridge being built as well. But we used to do that when we were 19 years old. We would head over to Canada for some little nightlife, little Friday, Saturday action. All right, so we've commandeered a scooter for this part of the trip. We are heading into Hart Plaza. So we're actually in Hart Plaza right now. Just on the other side of Jefferson is Woodward. That's how you get to Campus Martius. But we are in Hart Plaza. Big venue center here. So festivals, Electronic Music Fest is the big one that comes to mind when I think of Hart Plaza. This place is absolutely packed. Good place to watch the fireworks on the riverfront as well. Okay, so straight ahead, we have the Detroit Princess. Look at that, Detroit Princess. So if you wanna go out on the Detroit River, this is probably the best bet. You know, unless you know somebody with a boat, this is where you could go grab dinner, grab lunch, go out and do a tour. This is the Detroit Princess. This is a cruise ship that'll take you down the Detroit River, take you under the Ambassador Bridge, take you through the new Gordie Howe Bridge, take you past Belle Isle. You can really see the skyline of Detroit. And on the other side of the Detroit River, you can see over there, that is Canada. So Windsor is just on the other side of the Detroit River. Up here on the left, coming up back to Hart Plaza. So doing a lot of construction here. This is probably gonna look all brand new once they're done with it. This is like, come take a cruise with me on the Riverwalk. Except let's go take a scooter cruise. Okay, so this is the Renaissance Center. Little Instagram photo shoot there. All right, so we're getting into this part of the Riverwalk where they've actually started doing a little bit more to it. So they've started developing these. They got planters out here. They've put some more green space, a lot more park benches. This is looking a lot nicer than it was in front of Hart Plaza. In front of the Renaissance Center wasn't bad. But looks like they're just making their way down. So they started, on the furthest end down here, and they're going to make their way down, closer to the Renaissance Center, Cobo Hall, where the old Joe Louis Arena was. A lot of development happening over there right now. So not much to see, and that whole frontage where Joe Louis used to be is actually being developed right now. But as you can see, they got some playscapes out here for the kids. And it's just right across, right on the river. So, coming down here and taking a jog in the morning, riding a bike, taking the dog for a walk, maybe bringing the kids down, taking them for a walk down here. Beautiful views of the Detroit River. They even got some lawn chairs out here where you can come relax, kick your feet up, grab a cocktail, and just enjoy some of the beautiful views, on the river. And then this is the newest part. So we're getting into where they've really developed it, and this part is absolutely awesome during the summer. So flowers out here, they've changed them out, got some mums in here. They got a merry-go-round for the kids. They have concessions, they have bathrooms, they have, things that you can do along the way. And then we're getting into State Park for Williams and Milliken. Take the more scenic view here. I think we end up in the same spot. Okay, so this is a pond. Looks like they filled this up in the summertime. And they've done a lot more with this Riverwalk than I remember. We came down with the kids to the merry-go-round. There was an event down here that we were at. And I know they went on the merry-go-round. Definitely stopped in because those kids pee every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom there. And this was not here. I believe this part of it, I think it was the state park that we're in right now. This was just being developed. So just on the other side of this nature center here, they have the Outdoor Adventure Center. And you can go in, they have like indoor nature. It was really cool. I remember the girls absolutely loved it. They had some playscapes in there, tunnels where you could kind of go, climb through them. I think I had to go up and get Mila because she was scared of heights. But if you just go on this trail over here, we're actually gonna get there in just a minute. So these places across from me are all brand new. Spin this around. So those are newer condos, townhouses. So you got a clubhouse in here. This is the Oral Ann's Landing. Oh, I don't know if I'm saying that right. You let me know in the comments if I'm pronouncing that right. And then they've developed all this. So these are all townhomes. And you can rent some of those townhomes in there. Yeah, so this is the Outdoor Adventure Center that we took them to. Again, place is super cool. Go in and take the kids, let them run around. You know, there's nature stuff in there, but it's all indoors, you know, so you feel like you're outside, but it's indoors. So really cool place if you're looking for a spot or along the Riverwalk. That was our day. You know, we took them there, then checked out the Riverwalk, went over to the merry-go-round and did that. All right, so next up, we're gonna head over to Lafayette Park. Right behind me is the Rivertown grocery store. It's actually a Meijer, but they call it the Rivertown Market over there. So Lafayette, we're just gonna head up, and it's on the other side of 375, just on the north side of the river. So we're here in Lafayette Park, and almost got my head taken off by some branches there. But this is an area that I just cruise around for a little bit because I honestly haven't spent a ton of time here. Just haven't really had a reason to come over on this side of town too often. But there is some condo developments like this one right behind me. This is a condo, some apartments, you know, over here in Lafayette. There is a new Meijer. They've put in the Riverfront Market, which is cool. So you do have grocery shopping right here in Lafayette Park as well, off of Jefferson. That is here. Looks like there's an elementary school, Chrysler Elementary School, right across the street. But most of what I'm seeing, you know, through here is apartments, condos, and it seems to be a little bit more low key, more residential than a lot of the other areas that have like businesses, storefronts. But it's, like I said, it's more residential than anything. Not a lot of businesses, not a lot of, you know, high rises. We're on the east side of 375, just on the other side of Greektown. Just on the east side of Greektown, I should say. But you know, these places behind me, what are these called? The Ducharme place. So I don't know if these are condos or apartments. They kind of give me condo vibes, but I don't know if you can buy these or not. Across the street, there's a little market center. You got a Dollar General. Let me spin this around so you guys can see. There's a pharmacy, Save a Lot, Hungry Howie's across the street. So where we are now is the DeQuinder Cut, and this actually connects the Riverwalk into the Eastern Market. So you can take this whole entire path, which is all behind me, all the way from the Riverwalk down to the Eastern Market. And then there's like these freeway on and off ramps, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna head up here because I just saw a new development that I wanna go check out with you guys. It's just across the way. So we're gonna hop over there and go see these new, what look like townhomes by Robertson Brothers. All right, so these are the townhomes at Pullman Park by Robertson Brothers. I think they have a model that we're gonna go try to hop into, see if anybody's there. But we can go check out the model here in a minute, but I just wanna take you guys around. So they are these townhomes that have garages on the lower level. There's courtyards and walkways and paths, you know, in the center of it. But really sleek looking. I like the design, I like the style. They're not like over the top, but they blend in really nicely. You know, so they got brick facing on the lower level. Then on the upper level, it is siding. Okay, we're in. So nobody's here, but I texted my buddy Matt over at Robertson Brother Homes. He did his little Wi-Fi magic on the lock on the front door and got us in bitty boop, bitty bop. So we're in. So let me spin you around. There we go. All right, so main level, this is a very small little room. So I would kind of envision this as your entryway from your garage where you would probably store bikes. You could use it for an office like they have it set up. So that would be kind of more of a storage area. There's a additional storage right here, kind of your coat closet. But I'm gonna take you out the front door. So this is how you would actually come in if you were going out to the courtyard. So courtyard, everything kind of funnels in here. They have grills in the middle. There's a fire pit. And then they do have balconies up above as well, which we'll see once we get up there. So one thing I love about Robertson Brothers, they just have a good product. And I can't say that about all the builders. You know, if you want more information on some of the builders, in the Michigan area, definitely let me know. Happy to share my thoughts and experience with each of them. But Robertson Brothers, definitely easy to work with. They take care of things. They just seem to do a more complete product, in my opinion. So as we come upstairs, there's a half bath right at the top of the stairs. And then this overlooks into the kitchen area. Okay, so big island overlooking everything with a undermount sink. And then off to the left, you have a little breakfast area, good storage space in the kitchen, which opens up into the living room. And then they put a fake fireplace in, gas fireplace with TV mount, nice accent wall. And then this is the balcony that overlooks the courtyard. And so ceilings are pretty tall in here too, recessed lighting throughout. Really like what they've done with this particular model. And on the models, they always do, their higher end finishes, but this home feels pretty cozy. All right, so third level, we're gonna have our 2 bedrooms. So this is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. You have closet here, which is a good size. Then you have your own bath in here. And then your second bedroom. Pretty sure one of these, yes, this is where your laundry is. Excuse all the banging. Okay, so you have your laundry on the second level, which is nice. Second bedroom. This one overlooks the courtyard. You have your bath here as well. Okay, so downfall, if you have kids, you're looking for a bathtub, or maybe you're somebody that likes taking baths, no bathtub in this place as well. But good sized closets, good sized rooms. This is probably a full size bed. So queen, king, might be a little bit tight in there, but definitely doable. And then last but not least, let's go up to the 4th level. Okay, you have this whole entire rooftop. And this comes all the way around into the front of the building. All right, so I think I just found our sleepy little city life here in Lafayette Park, and I'm super impressed with that. Now, take this with a grain of salt because I haven't explored a lot of Lafayette Park, but to thank you to Bren Wren for turning me on to this place. They let me know, like, if you're doing Greektown, come on over to Lafayette Park. This place reminds me of kind of like a city within a city. This is kind of like the suburbs of being in the city. I just get the impression that a lot more residents live here, apartments, condos. It's not as busy as the downtown area. We're on the east side of 375. You can actually see the Renaissance Center, and you can see the whole entire skyline right here. So you're super connected. You got I got over here from the Riverwalk. So Riverwalk was just, I mean, you can take the DeQuinder Cut right into the Riverwalk, and then you have one of these streets, I don't know what street it is right here, but literally 1 block over from the DeQuinder Cut and, blocks away from downtown Detroit. So these are starting in the mid 400s. So this model was spec'd out. You got about 450,000 as a starting point. You're most likely going to be kind of in the low 500s if you're doing some of the updates and some of the things. But that's for me and you to figure out with the salespeople on how many discounts we can get you, what incentives we can get you on getting in here. They are owner occupied as of right now, so a lot of them have sold. They have another phase going up, another building that doesn't even have siding on it, just beyond here. But this courtyard, you know, is really, it's nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is really nice. Like, I'm super impressed. They have the grills out there, the fire pit, did a great job with landscaping. And this is kind of a little slice of community right here in Lafayette Park. So if you have any questions about this unit or this development, drop those down below or get a hold of me. I can get you more information on it. Thanks again to Matt for getting us in here. Got his little Bluetooth bibbity bop to open the door and let us in. So really appreciate that. But if you guys want to know more about living here in Metro Detroit, whether it's Detroit, any of the suburbs of Detroit, near the Ann Arbor area, or maybe you're just looking for, you know, your slice of heaven in the Metro Detroit area, you're not sure where that is, you know, the best thing to do is get a hold of me. I'd be happy to sit down with you, you know, kind of talk about what your goals are, what you're looking for. A lot of people are moving here for job relocations. And then the other big one is you lived here and you moved away and now you're coming back. So we get a lot of those. We're like, hey, I'm coming back, but it's been 10, 20, 30 years since I lived there. What are the areas like? Because things have changed so much, right? Just like Detroit has changed so much over the past 5 years, right? There's some areas, if you grew up here or spent any time in Detroit at all, like it's unrecognizable to some degree. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know, and let me know where you're watching from in the comments. You know, let me know where you're tuning in from. That really helps me make more content for you. So until next time, go check out the other videos on the channel about all things living in Michigan, and I will catch you on the next one.